Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Emily and today I have my May TBR for you. I am really excited to go over these books. So before I get into everything, I just want to say that I did not read all of the books that I had for the month of April, but that's okay. I did want to add one thing to it though. I want to say that if I have any books out from the library, I am allowing myself to switch them out with the books I chose for the prompts just because I only have the books from the library for a short period of time and I really want to utilize my library more. So if I get a book in that goes well with a prompt, I'm going to allow it. I'm not going to do that for April, even though I have a bunch that could probably work for those. I will start that in May. It's just a way to help me out, so going right into it. First I'm going to go over the prompts I had last time and let you know what I read or didn't read, and then we will get into the rules. So for the first one I had audiobook, and for that I had chosen Temple of No God by H.M. Long. I did not get to this. It is the 27th of April, so I may still get to it. So this one's a maybe. Next, I got Treat Yourself, and for that, I was going to wait and figure out through the month what book I wanted to read, and for that, I went with Last Light. I read this as a Kindle book. Then I got Building or Transportation. For that, I went with 10,000 Skies Above You by Claudia Gray, and I did not read this one. Then I got Pet Pick, and you all saw my dog Bella pick a book for me, and that book was 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray, and I did read this. Then I got Physical, and for that, read a physical book, and I picked A Million Worlds with You by Claudia Gray, which I have not read. And the last one was graphic novel, and for that, I had Saga Volume 1, and I did read this. So, I read 3 out of the 6. I could still potentially do the Temple of God one, but even if I did, it still failed TBR. I kind of got really stressed this month. Like, I was doing okay at the beginning, and then towards the end I got really stressed, and I actually started making a new reading journal. So, you know, here's a quick peek, and you know, I did all this, and here's January. I'm even going back and like doing the months that have already passed and whatnot, but I've been working for a while, a week and a half probably, on this, and I haven't been reading at all. I think in that week and a half I read like 100 pages of a book, and that was it. So yeah, I've just been stressed, and that's kind of been my way of de-stressing, and I'm really enjoying putting this reading journal together. I thought maybe at the end of the year I would do a flip through of it for you guys when it's finished, but since I did not complete my TBR, and I will not complete my TBR in the last 4 days that I have left, I will be taking a punishment, so I will be adding an extra roll, which means instead of 5 rolls, I will be doing 6. Unless I get some doubles, then I'll be adding more. So, if you remember, I have my last place I landed here with my little saver, and I am going to put it back up here, and I have my bag of goodies, and I will pick a spot for right there. So, try something new. Okay. So, rule number 1, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Romance! Can't go wrong with that. So, the first pick gave me romance, and for that, I am picking Beach Read by Emily Henry. I've heard a lot of good things about this. I have read a book by this author previously, but it was like a YA magical realism-ish, sort of. So this is about a romance writer who no longer believes in love, and a literary writer stuck in a rut engaged in a summer-long challenge that may just upend everything they believe about happily ever afters. So we're following Augustus in January, and they kind of, I think, meet on vacation, and they decide to swap writing styles and all this other stuff, and romance ensues, I'm assuming. So this sounds really good, and I think is definitely going to be a happy book, and I need a happy book because I've just been really stressed lately. And yeah, so that is my first book on this TBR. Next, 9. Before I move the 9, though, I need to fill in that spot. Shuffle music. And we got 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ebook. So the next roll got me ebook, and I'm really excited about that because I wanted to add this book on here, and this works for it, and that is Favorite Star by Rebecca Roanhorse. This is the second book to Black Sun. I'm so excited for this book. I loved Black Sun, and I immediately just wanted to jump in the next one, but it wasn't out yet, so I'm extremely happy that this is out. I have the audiobook out for this at my library, so I am so excited to listen to it as I read along to my ebook. Replace that with old. Next, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so yellow. So a book that is mostly yellow on the cover. The third roll got me yellow, and I just love this little sun. It makes me happy every time I see it. But for that, I am going to go with Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. I figured I would reread this one and then get into Favorite Star. I just wanted to read you a little bit of the synopsis. It says, God will return when the earth and sky converge under the black sun. In the holy city of Tova, the winter solstice is usually a time for celebration and renewal, but this year it coincides with a solar eclipse, a rare celestial even proscribed by the sun priest as an unbalancing of the world. I don't want to go into the whole thing because it is a little bit long, but I am so happy that I have these 2 books on here because I absolutely flew through Black Sun last year when I read it, so I know I'm gonna fly through it again and then fly through the second one and need more, and I'm just ready for it. Epilogue. Ten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Water. So this could either have water on the cover, in the title, or a setting. Next, I got water. So for this one, I figured I could either do a book with water on the cover, a book with a water setting, or like water name. And guess what? The book I picked hits all 3 of those. So the book I picked is Lagoon by Nydia Okorafor. We've got water on the cover, a lagoon, water word, you know, and there's a setting of water. So it's up to a famous rapper, a biologist, and a rogue soldier to handle humanity's first contact with an alien ambassador and prevent mass extinction in this novel that blends magical realism with high-stakes action. And I'm just gonna read like the first sentence of the next thing. After word gets out on the internet that aliens have landed in the waters outside of the world's 5th most populous city, chaos ensues. I was recommended this in my comments by someone. I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was. I think it was My Quarter Life Crisis, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And she recommended this one to me, and I was really intrigued by the synopsis and snatched it up, and now I'm going to read it because I just can't stop thinking about this, so I'm happy to have this on my TBR. Change it. Borrow. Next, roll number 5. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, manga. Next, I got manga, and I just love this cute little drawing. And for that, I'm going to go with volume 12 of The 7 Deadly Sins by Nabaka Suzuki. And I love the TV show for this. I have been loving reading the mangas for these too. I am obviously really behind because there's like 40 something books out in this, and I just need to get to all of them, and I've been like slowly making my way through because I just want to savor them all because the show's done, and I just love these characters so much. So happy to finally be getting into another one. Oops. Not set in the USA. I'm surprised I haven't gotten any doubles yet, and hopefully I didn't just jinx it. Next, for hopefully our last roll, yay, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mixed media, so a book that has mixed media in it. And finally, the board was nice again to me. I have not rolled any doubles. We're just gonna enjoy not having any doubles this month, and the last one got me mixed media. And for this, I have been pushing this book off for years. It's been on so many lists that I want to read, and it's one of my older books that I own, and I just need to get to it, so I'm hoping that this is one I can get to pretty quickly this month, and that is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. So I'm going to read one of the quotes on the back of this. It says, hypnotically suspenseful, brilliant and haunting. This is the gripping story of one man's search for the truth about the life and death of a beautiful young woman. And that was Lee Child who blurbed this, and I just think that this is going to be a really good book. I've just heard really good things about it. I've also heard a few not good things about it, but I just need to read it. Like, I've had this for so long, it is time. So this is the final book on my TBR Tiles for May, and hopefully I can get through all my books this month. I just want one month where I read all my books on the TBR. So I have a few other books that I just want to mention that I would also like to get to this month for different things. So first I want to start with the library book that I have out. I have A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. This is a mystery thriller, and when Chloe Davis was 12, 6 teenage girls went missing in her small Louisiana town. By the end of summer, her own father had confessed to the crimes and was put away for life, leaving Chloe and the rest of her family to grapple with the truth and try to move forward while dealing with the aftermath. Now, 20 years later, Chloe is a psychologist in Baton Rouge and getting ready for her wedding. While she finally has a fragile grasp on the happiness she's worked so hard to achieve, she sometimes feels out of control of her own life as the troubled teens who are her patients. So when a local teenage girl goes missing and then another, that terrifying summer comes crashing back. Is she paranoid, seeing parallels from her past that aren't actually there? Or for the second time in her life, is Chloe about to unmask a killer? So I've heard good and bad things about this. I am definitely intrigued. I love the cover. I love the forest with like the lightning bugs. I think that is really beautiful and it draws me in. And I really just want to get to this. This has to go back May 10th. Because I renewed it, so I need to get to this one quickly. Next, that also has to go back May 10th, but it is my library's book club book, and that is Eternal by Lisa Scottolini. This is World War II. I think there's some romance, but it's also really sad, like all World War books are, and it's also really big, and this isn't like something I'm normally like interested in, which is good for a book club, get me out of my comfort zone, but like seriously, it's like 460 something pages, so we'll see. Hopefully I can just speed through this one week pretty soon because deadline's coming up. So I have 2 more that I want to mention, and then that will be it for this video. So the first one is for the Literally Dead book club that Books and Lala hosts and runs, and that is Confessions by Kane Minato. All I know is like after this teacher, after her child dies, she like has a group of kids in her class, and something about like trying to find out what happened to her child and how the students I think are involved. I've heard good and bad things about this. It's pretty short. I'm really excited to get into it. I've had this one for a while and it's translated, so that's nice. And I thought I would participate in this one this month since I had it and it was small, so hopefully I can get to this one. And then the last one that is also hosted by Books and Lala is the Buzzword Challenge. So there's like a buzzword for each month, and this month it is directions, and I had such a hard time finding one for this. So I went back and watched her video, and she mentioned a book, and I was like, yes, I actually really wanted to get this one out from the library this month, and that is Exit West. All I know, I think, is that there are doorways that lead to different places, and there's, I think, a war setting or something, and maybe some romance. I don't know, but it sounds really good, and I don't think it's too long, so I'm adding it, and hopefully I can get to all these books because I'm really excited about all of them. So wish me luck on this TBR. Fingers crossed that I actually finish everything, and hopefully I can get out of this kind of tiny little slump I guess I'm in. We'll see. So like this video down below if you liked it, comment down below, maybe leave a book stack, and subscribe if you want to. I'd greatly appreciate it. And until my next video, I will see you guys soon. Bye!